5 minute shit break. Everybody wipe their ass. Oh, I forgot I was on mute. Our Batman Ninjas on YouTube and Batman vs. Dracula. This game got no platinum, Boltgun. This was the monthly game 2 months ago. But I had bought it like a year ago. There's no platinum, but I want to get the trophies for beating the game. You know, get the trophies for beating each mission on the 4 and the 5. Yeah, I would say any game that's like a multiplayer first-person shooter, I would just say forget about those ones and don't even play those ones. Those are like one of the main type of games I don't ever play. Like multiplayer first-person shooter games, like Call of Duty multiplayer, or like Warframe or Warface, or you know, anything where it's like a multiplayer shooting game where the only thing that you get out of it is like maybe you unlock another color for your character, or maybe like get another gun that you're probably not going to use. I don't get much out of playing those. There's Jacob right there. Big cast. Can't fake that. Enzo Amore. Enzo Amore right there. The Emperor's Chosen. In this game, you cut people apart with a chainsaw. You could turn invincibility on them. I'd rather play Marvel Rivals, even though I hate that game. Like, I like Marvel Rivals better than Splitgate. At least it got cool characters. I ain't even play Splitgate Part 2. I don't even care about it. I was more interested in the free football game they got. They got a free Madden. I don't know if it's Madden or what it is. It's called Maximum Football. They got a free football game out. I'm more interested in that. You got to register to work for the American government. Remember, you're a spy now, and you're spying on your own country. And if you got any secrets about your government, you can give them to me, and I'll give them to the right people. It's Alligator Alcatraz.
Most of the characters are sequence characters, but this is going to be most of our last video. Boltgun
in order to get all the trophies on this, you got to find all the secrets in every level. And in order to do that, you need a YouTube video, and I'm not doing that. If you get Resident Evil 6 and PS Plus, I'll go on an emblem hunt. We'll hunt all the emblems in the game. Every time I meet somebody that plays Resident Evil 6 and I mention the word emblems, they freak out and they leave the party like they're afraid of it. No, what it is that's not what it is. They freak out and they leave the party when I find out they got Resident Evil 6 and I ask them to go on an emblem hunt. The reason why is because they played through the game 20 times and beat the game a million times, but never knew a single emblem existed. Then when I explain to them what it is and how to get them, they're basically fucking dumbfounded, confounded, and they feel stupid. Like, oh, I had that game for 5 years, I beat it 6 times. There's something called an emblem? Yeah, there's 80 of them. You mean you never got one and you beat the game? Oh boy, do you suck. You know what I mean? Backside of Alright, so I'm gonna start only killing the enemies when I have to. Because I got invincibility on. If I don't have to kill the enemies, I ain't killing them. And I'm changing my name to Norman Osborn too, because Spider-Man Part 1. Alright? Spider-Man Part 1. Norman Osborn. Modern day Norman Osborn. That's who Jacob remind me of, or whatever his name is. He remind me of Norman Osborn. Norman Osborn has not really checked against the Thunderbolts team, and so the plan kind of been swept under the rug. But honestly, it's messed up. But of course, it didn't happen. And so with that happening, now again, very upset. Got to get over exterminated, and of course, exterminated. Got to be a punch also. It's
another character missing right here, and that character is Ghost. And Ghost was this character who basically joined the Thunderbolts when the new team came in after the first team had left to come the Dark Avengers.
The Dark Avengers.
Inside out. Top of that, Ghost was also trying to add intent to his own tech to make it better. And finally, in our last movie, Ghost was trying to kill off Tony Stark. Now, when Tony Stark
I got it on the hardest difficulty.
Now, when Ghost arrives at
What are you sniffing again? What are you snorting? How many grams? How many grams?
And so you have those saying, I have to call it help. I have to send this information to somebody. Help me out. Rogue doesn't have any teams that they can call in. First, he calls in Tony Stark, and of course, Tony has to call that's a no. Also, right now, we're going to do this because right now, if the Thunderbolts are in, getting that spear in any moment you want it, is getting now, looking for those, that information does get to somebody, and it does get to Amadeus Cho. Now, Amadeus Cho, that's one of the ones in the world. Now, I want to say, right underneath Reed Richards, Dr. Duke, and also but I can help you. Now, with that being said, right now, it's kind of part of the mind of the X-Men.
They're the Fantastic Four comics. They sucked ever since the 1990s. Ever since they had that kid Franklin, that shit sucked or whatever. They got two kids now. They got a boy and a girl. One's called Franklin. He's supposed to be like the strongest mutant, like stronger than any other X-Man, but he's like a little boy. I think that's corny, having a fucking little baby that's stronger than the X-Men. That's corny. And then fucking, they got a little girl named Valeria. She's like supposed to be like the world's smartest little girl. That's fucking corny as hell too. Back in my day, it was just a guy who could stretch his skin, a fucking invisible girl, a rock man, and a fire guy. And they used to go on a different adventure every month. You could buy the book. Now it's all kinds of corny shit. You got a little kid pretending he's an X-Man. You got the little blonde hair girl going to school. She's super smart. How the fuck is that the Fantastic Four?
Now, on their way to Asgard, they are shot out of the sky by...
That's why nobody buys those books anymore. Like, the only Fantastic Four books that people actually read are, like, ones from, like, the 60s, 70s, and 80s that they buy off eBay.
Now, luckily for them, they can't hear the hall.
I remember they made two Fantastic Four movies where Captain America was the Fantastic Four. Then they made another fucking Fantastic Four movie where the fucking dude from Wakanda, from Black Panther, was the fire guy. And now they got a fucking another Fantastic Four movie out where the Mandalorian is the fucking Mr. Stretch. And the Silver Surfer is a woman. That's how you know the movie will automatically fail. They made the fucking white dude who could stretch his skin a Spanish guy. And they made fucking one of the most popular characters that was ever made, the Silver Surfer. They made it some kind of chick. That movie's done. It might not even come out. Then they got that new Superman movie coming out, but I didn't think it looked very good. So he fights a giant Godzilla monster or something. That never happened in the comic books. That Superman movie didn't look too good either. The Superman movie that I liked was called Man of Steel, where he had to fight the evil Kryptonian and he broke his neck.
follow that vision. And that means not being sidetracked by different things. They are in next year. Gotta tell this team, hey, listen,
You remember that Flash movie? They made Superman a Spanish girl?
now, of course, as they're walking
Guess
down
not.
the road, and of course,
Yeah, in the Flash movie, if you watch it, Superman is a Spanish woman.
half of their mission
She gets killed 10 minutes into the movie.
was get spared over to Norman Osborn. Right after
He said, my Superman is not a Spanish woman.
investigated over to
Is yours?
Osborn,
I want to know whose Superman is a Spanish girl, because they ain't real men.
now that's
They must be a homosexual transvestite.
not like those main characters.
Now, if I was some kind of homosexual transvestite, cut his own balls off with a pair of scissors and almost bled to death, I probably would have had a Spanish girl be my Superman
Mr. X be able to basically just
after I survived the bleeding.
so that God have the most right. Well, that is the wrong thing to put into the body of it. So, like, that's nature. Not to be one alongside the best to take on the Thunderbolts. Now, with the Thunderbolts, we actually do pick up with the fight against the Mighty Avengers as we dive into the second chapter. Again, into the second chapter, against another, it does give us some very interesting battles.
Oh, I fell off a fucking cliff.
Against Mr. X, which honestly made a very interesting battle because when it comes to Mr. X,
Yeah, beat the level, alright? Exterminatus. Ah, it's 100 degrees and I'm dying. I might not make it through the night. My whole body's covered with mosquito bites from head to toe. Like one big walking mosquito bite. My feet are covered with hundreds of mosquito bites. Because I had to sleep with the balcony door open and I had to leave my feet open outside the blanket. And when I fucking woke up, I had my whole fucking feet were covered with red bites. At first I thought it was bugs or something, bed bugs or something, but there's no bugs. There's no bugs. That had to have been a fucking thing that flew and bit my feet. That's why it itches. It's mosquito bites.
Spear of Boltgun. Now, of course, you do have vision actually trying to raise the power. These guys out because they're trying to do that. You know, to get the reality. Right.
Okay. Yeah, too bad you couldn't send it across the ocean.
Right now, it's done.
Yeah, can't you lie to the Grubhub people and have food delivered over here for free? Can't you steal the money from the Grubhub drivers? Have it deposited into a fake account? Can't you send the Grubhub driver a text message with a link where the money goes into your account? I heard all you gotta do is have somehow make it so when the Grubhub drivers get a message that says click here to add your information because they think it's Grubhub sending it to them. Then when they add their information there, all the money they make, it goes into your account.
me personally, it is a very profound. How much the U.S. so discouraged, and that's
I don't know why you don't start printing out cards. Start printing out trading cards on the machine, on one of the printers, and selling them on Facebook. Tell us they're for home use. They're replicas. You know, you find a Magic the Gathering card that's worth $1,000, then you print out a fake of it, and then in the description you write replica. It's meant to be used at home. Then you charge $10 for it. It's a replica of a rare card. You know, you make a PayPal account and then you make the card. Then you post a picture of the card on Facebook. When somebody says they want it, all they do is put the money in your account and then you go to the post office.
And how they fight now, race what
Never mind, I'll do it when I get the opportunity. If I'm ever around a printer, I'll make sure I print out a couple cards. That way I can make 20, 30 bucks.
multiple times in the course of the day. Now, it's one right here. The guy, no mask, and he press 18. What makes it these are two guys who how America is in a different way. Now, by this point, that US 18 kind of felt like Steve Rogers' ways were correct. And the way the product regularly
everybody I know is dead. My father died right in front of me. Everybody I met is dead. He said my father's dead, my grandmother's dead, my father's cousin is dead, my father's other cousin is dead. My father's best friend, who's like my uncle, is dead. My mother is in Las Vegas. She ran away with some mobster guy. Never spoke to any of her family again. Most of the people I grew up with, they all died. I don't know, like anybody I meet is like just new people. That's why I don't care about them that much. And like I treat new people like dirt because I don't give a shit about them because all the people I originally cared about been dead for years.
And so it's honestly a great battle. Now with them, it's having two teams racing towards the spear open. That is the moment you have part of the basketball.
I don't even know who Jacob is. I was looking at people's profiles and they said he was streaming wrestling. So I sent him a friend request. I think he thinks he's a big Cass. He's Big Cass. The one who uses the steroids. A Big Cass is on TNA. He's addicted to steroids. Real bad.
Now, does a right next to the skin, which honestly is a great thing. It's targeted down. Get this out and now and hopefully keep the spear away. Problem is though, why you have US agents?
Don't you remember all the steroids you used to do? When was the first time you did your steroids? Ain't you on steroids? Creatine. The creatine, it makes it so your muscles aren't sore after you work out. So you can work out more before you get sore.
Actually picked up with Osborne on the verge of actually being the good storm. Like Tony Stark is ending over this time, right? For about
But when I did creatine, I noticed that my muscles weren't very sore the next day, which means that you could do more before it gets sore. So if you lifted the weight 25 times, 5 times, and that made you sore the next day, if you were doing creatine, you could lift the weight 25 times, 7 times before you get sore instead of 5.
Right now, you have, spirit kind of like, okay, you know what? It's time to go and see the boss. So let's go. Hey, everyone else, all behind me, it's time to go. We had created the mighty event. Look, what I said earlier, this team has no trust. You also have some team members who don't like Spurs. And by this point, you also have some team members who don't like Roman. And so why you have Spurs kind of like, okay guys, it's time to go. Let's go ahead and see the boss. And if you have Spurs right in the always into this guy's face. Now that is the moment where we actually can pick up Joe, Ghost, and Vision. Now the last time we saw these characters, it did look like Ghost was about to kill off Joe and Vision, but in reality, it was Ghost trying to save the life.
These levels are big as hell in this game. A little too big.
And so basically, it's Ghost saying, I want to make sure the Avengers win. And so, now, while you have Ghost doing that, it's also Ghost wondering, where is the rest of the team? Where is Hercules? Where is Chris? Now, Hercules, I forgot what happened to Hercules when they were all in comics. Chris is on the other side of the world. And the reason why Child was bringing back because Child is a leader. He had mixed up contact with the members of the team. When Silver being on the other side of the earth, Child was unable to actually call him up. And so he had something game with some Child became actually called and so Chris was way to help out the team. Now in fact on to the Thunderbolts, right now basically have the team fighting against one another. Because right now you've got Paladin and Ant-Man saying you're no longer part of this team. You feel like this team should be stopped. You feel like Norman Osborn should be stopped. And so right now you basically have Paladin and Ant-Man fighting against Skirmish, Mr. X, and also Grizzly. Grizzly, honestly, to me, it's so not important because this deal only going to take fast ways here as well. But to have the fighting against one another only with the spirit of both. Now, with Paladin and Ant-Man team, it does look like they're going to help out the stop Thunderbolts from handing over the spirit of Boltgun over to Norman Osborn. And so it does lead into some interesting battles. The problem is the spirit does fall into the wrong hands. And honestly, the worst hands to fall in, and that would be Mr. X. Because remember, when it comes to Mr. X, he's literally the perfect killing machine. He's able to read your mind, read your body, and say, oh, I know what you're going to do next. I know what kind of moves you're going to do.
I think I finally beat the damn level. Yes. Exterminatus, Jacob. forbidden knowledge, Jacob. Information on the fragments. I want to know where they are.
And so even though does have a spear in his hand, it doesn't matter. He knows where
Spear of Destiny. Odious Commodious. That's what I'm changing my name to. Odious Commodious. Is that you, Odious? Mingus. Say something, Mingus. A midget named Mingus. I'm making a midget character when I play that game. What's it called? Next game I could make a midget? It's a midget named Mingus Dingus. A dwarf. Like Lord of the Rings. Ring of the Lord right there. Lord of the Ring. One ring, one Lord, Lord of the Lord, Ring of the Lord. Unload the chode. The ghost of Tom Joad. Rage Against the Machine. Da-da-da-da-da. Rally around your family, pocket full of shells. I can't understand you. I can't understand you, but if I did, I'm sure I'd agree. Just like I tell the Chinese, I don't understand you, but if I did, I'd probably agree. Oh, I'd probably agree. The tree fell on the park ranger. It's asking me to kill. It's asking me to kill. I'm being asked to kill. I live stream over 1,000 games. I got like almost every game that's worth having. Oh, I'm being bitten by something. There's shit crawling all over me in real life. What about Dark Tide? Once I reached max level in Dark Tide, I didn't really want to play it no more. Resident Evil. That's a PS4 game that I got installed that I never played. I need somebody to play Resident Evil 6 with. Somebody to hunt the emblems by going to a YouTube video. We find every one. What'd you say? You platinumed Resident Evil 6? I barely got any multiplayer games even installed. In this Boltgun game, it makes you... in order to open this door, you gotta kill people to open the door. I don't really like the idea of that. Kill to open the door? Oh God, the mosquitoes. I'm surrounded by thousands of mosquitoes. I played Duke Nukem Anniversary Edition. Or Quake Part 2, that's an easy platinum. And Quake Part 2. I only got like 30 something platinums, and like 5 or 6 of the platinums are not even real games. Like, in order to get an avatar for your profile on the PS5, you've got to buy a really bad game. So really bad games like shovelware, they come with avatars. So in order to get my Venom avatar, which you could see in the party, I had to buy a game for $2 called Santa's Quest Avatar Bundle. So I've got a couple platinums in those kind of games. Like it says Halloween Puzzle. That comes with an avatar or something. Or Halloween Candy Run or some shit. That comes with an avatar. So I figure if I'm going to buy the avatar, why not platinum the game? So 5 or 6 of my platinums ain't even real games. Or any game I got a platinum on, you could probably get a platinum on it easy. Otherwise, I wouldn't have got it. Well, not easy, you know what I mean, but it's not impossible. Like Neverwinter is the hardest platinum I got. That took years of just playing the game. Yeah, I know what you mean. Not unless it seems doable. Like there isn't even there's no platinum for this game. Yeah, like I wanted to try to platinum the King of Fighters, but I can get every trophy on that King of Fighters except the ones that say character mission. Character mission that's too difficult. The monthly game, the free monthly game is called King of Fighters. There's something called character mission on one of the trophies. That'll make it so I never get the platinum. Let me check my games real quick. It's on one trophy away on Space Marine. All it involves is killing enemies. So one day I'll get that platinum. Astro's Playroom. I haven't played Astro's Playroom yet, but I heard that that's an easy platinum too. Like the stuff they ask you to do. Yeah, so I probably platinum Astro's Playroom. Now I've already platinum Twisted Metal Part 2 on the PS4, but one day I just don't feel like it. But one day if I get like really bored, I might platinum it on the 5. Because you just got to beat the game with each character, basically. You got Twisted Metal 1 or Twisted Metal 2? Or like, let's say if you got money to spend, Quake Part 2 is only like $2 half the time. And Duke Nukem Anniversary Edition, that's only like $2 half the time. And those are multiplayer platinums, like you could have other players help you. I'm not sure. It's called Duke Nukem Anniversary Edition. It's basically just like Doom. It's just like Boltgun. It's like the game I'm playing right now, except it's multiplayer. Except nobody's playing it. You gotta. When I say multiplayer, I mean bring your own friend. Do you understand what that means? Yeah, that means that it's a single player game. Nobody's playing it. If you want to play it on two players, bring your own friend. Back when the back when the PS4 first came out, there was something called communities. Every game had a community, so you could always find other people that had the game. Ever since they took the communities away, I made a party for each game, and nobody don't ever use it. It's some kind of boss. I might have to upload this to the boss battle database. But Duke Nukem, and I got the trophy. You don't own Mortal Kombat 11? You're supposed to already own Mortal Kombat 11. Yeah, Mortal Kombat 11, that's hard as hell to platinum. The easy platinum is Mortal Kombat 1. Got Mortal Kombat 1. Mortal Kombat 1 got Jean-Claude Van Damme and John Cena. And Arnold. You got, well, the game's not that good. It got good graphics, that's it. But if you're looking for a Mortal Kombat to platinum, that's the one, because that's the only Mortal Kombat that's easy to platinum. Yeah, I know what you. I agree. I know exactly what you mean. Mortal Kombat One sucks. I know somebody that bought a P. I know someone that bought a PS5 and pre-ordered the game just to play it, and they almost wanted to return their PS5. Oh yeah, I was gonna mention that. Yeah, the legacy. I mean, the Legacy collection is gonna kind of suck too. It's gonna have really shitty graphics, but the saving grace is that you can verse your friends online if you feel like it. But remember, those old Mortal Kombat games don't really have much. What is it? I was there when they invented Mortal Kombat. I was there when Mortal Kombat 1 was the only game out and it was in the arcade. Like when I was a kid, I lived in an apartment complex, and the apartment complex had a pool area. Well, that summer, Mortal Kombat 1 had just came out. That was the only nobody knew about Mortal Kombat. It was just a game in the arcade. Well, the pool area had a little arcade area, and the people that owned the apartment complex put Mortal Kombat 1 in there, and I could play it for free every day. Since I lived at the apartment complex, I could walk across the parking lot from my building, go into the building where the pool was, and instead of going in the pool, play Mortal Kombat 1. Then after that, it came out on the Super Nintendo. They made the arcade port. They took the arcade game and put it on a cartridge. And like the selling point was, you don't need to go to the arcade. You could bring the arcade to your house. Mortal Kombat 1, Super Nintendo. It was a rectangle cartridge. A cartridge that was the shape of a rectangle. A Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3, and something called Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, which introduced Rain and Noob Sabat. They were all on the Super Nintendo, so that's four Mortal Kombats on one console. Like during, yeah, that had to have been my had to have been my sixth or seventh. Like during the lifespan of something called the Super Nintendo, four Mortal Kombats had came out. So there never been a console like PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 3. There ain't never been a console where fucking I think four Mortal Kombats came out. What on the PlayStation 2 they had what? Deadly Alliance, Armageddon. Yeah, no, I think the PS3. I think the PS3 had four because you had Mortal Kombat DC. No, I think the or maybe it was PS2. Yeah, I don't think too many systems have four Mortal Kombats besides the Super Nintendo. Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3, and Ultimate. Okay. Hopefully they don't want $60 for it because you could play all those games for free on a phone. I never played Gears of War, so I don't know what to be. I don't know. I never played a Gears of War, never even seen one. I heard that on the PlayStation. It's gonna be. I heard. I was told that it's going to be one players, and on the Xbox it was two players. Okay, well, good then. It says two players, you said? That's good then. I got invincibility on this one. I don't really play Call of Duty. The only one I really played or whatever, like I only played a campaign or whatever, and that's about it. All I ever played was something called DMZ, which was free on Warzone. DMZ. I played a lot of DMZ, but I played the campaigns. Now, they need to make another mode like DMZ, then I'll play it again. Or DMZ is like a. Or do you know what DMZ is? DMZ on Warzone. It's like co-op. It's like co-op. It's co-op mission mode, and you can go in there and be friends or be enemies. Like you could team up with people or kill the people you're with, take their weapons and shit like that. It's co-op mission mode. You got to try to get in and get out. Or if you want to get a platinum and have other people play with you online while you're doing it, Quake 2. That's only like $2. Quake 1 is more difficult. And I'm live streaming my PlayStation to YouTube, and I'm live streaming my phone to Twitch. So if you go to Twitch on your phone and you act like you want to live stream a cell phone game, but instead of putting a cell phone game, put a movie or a TV show or YouTube on or something, you could just do a watch along. So I'm watching comic book videos on YouTube with a random stranger. It says I got one viewer. I'm just watching YouTube on my phone. I can't find my lighter. Oh. Or if you just want a free platinum, there's a game called Halloween Puzzle. Halloween Puzzle is free, and it's like a free platinum. You just solve a puzzle, and a platinum happens. And there's another game called Peace Out, Piece, or Peace Out. That's another free platinum where you just solve the puzzle. If you want the ghost face avatar, you buy the Peace Out avatar bundle. So there's a $2 Peace Out, and there's a free Peace Out. The $2 one gives you the ghost face avatar, and the free one gives you the platinum. But there's a game you probably wouldn't like it, but it's got more trophies than any other PlayStation game that exists. It's called Vampire Survivor. It's usually like $5 at the most. It's called Vampire Survivor. It's like a retro game. There's 2 players through the share play, but it got over 200 trophies. What, on Halloween Puzzle? Yeah, Halloween Puzzle's easy. The hardest thing is if you can't solve the puzzle, just make a tic-tac-toe board on a piece of paper, and inside each square, write a letter. Like W for witch, G for ghost, P for pumpkin. So that's how I solved the hard puzzle, by just making a grid on a piece of paper and writing letters inside of it. What are you playing? What is it, wrestling? What are you playing, wrestling? This level I'm playing is hard as hell. It's like even though you can press a button to see where you're going, I can't explain it. It's like topsy turvy, like everything's upside down. I don't. It's hard to find where to go. I just want to beat the level.
And so once he kind of realized that everything was ready to at the same time, it's that possibility of
Let's hope I can beat this. I think this level is the reason I quit playing the game. I hope this to end. I'm not sure what to do. Well, you couldn't solve the puzzle? I don't know if I'm supposed to kill enemies and there's an enemy hiding and I can't find them, or if I'm supposed to shoot that purple orb, but nothing happens when I shoot it. Not sure what to do here. I just keep shooting it. Maybe I gotta turn off invincibility. I might have to look. I don't really feel like looking this shit up on YouTube. Alright, so it looks like you gotta kill all the enemies. There's like another fucking level or a fucking ledge or something with people on it. Fucking ledge or some shit you gotta climb up. Who'da thunk? Who'da thunk? I don't wanna climb all the way up there. Fuck, I'm gonna try to shoot rockets up there.
Now, for us, of course, she does get very upset about the that
There. Chapter 1 complete. So every time I fight a boss in a video game now, I save the footage and I upload it to YouTube and I call it Boss Battle Database. So every time I face one of these things, I don't care what game it is, if I remember. So I guess there's only 3 missions, and there's 5 stages inside each mission, and I'm on mission 2. I've never seen mission 2. I'm playing the ps4 version because I'm conserving a little memory on the 5, like on the console. I've got 40 or 50 PlayStation 4 games installed on an external hard drive. And then I got about 10 PS5 games installed on the console. And if you manage to get a platinum on a Halloween puzzle, you could try Peace Out. Peace Out is more fun.
So, like, let's go ahead and get back into our coverage of the X.
So you know Wolverine got a son, and Wolverine's son killed the Punisher, and then the Punisher came back as a monster, and then he got turned back from a monster back to a human again. That's how he came back to life. Or the Punisher got his body chopped up and thrown in the sewer by Wolverine's son, and then a bunch of monsters in the sewer found the body parts and brought him back to life like Frankenstein, and they called him Frankencastle. Then they used magic to resurrect him and bring him back to life somehow. There's a whole storyline. It's called Frankenstein Castle.
She has not been because he made sure she was always well protected. Well, when it came to Logan, that's how we saw her. Buffalo's friend. It's 7. We see Logan right now heading over to Hughes Farm to pay the refill of this. Except when he does, he realizes there's something wrong with life. I was known if you are other things that belongs to him. And of course, that would be the hand now from and technically that if you're going to be picked down for Logan, somebody else outside getting called with someone else in the phone that Logan had arrived there. But right after you have Logan being able to deal with those 2 members of the hand, you can have one of them call you to somebody else before you know that Logan is currently it's
If we ever get that Duke Nukem game, which is affordably priced, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but as you're trying to get the platinum on it, I could at least join you and run beside you. I like that game. I got the platinum on it, but I don't have no reason to ever go back and play it unless I was going to try to team up with somebody who wanted to run through it and do the challenges.
so
And I used to play that game on the PS1, and we used to have to just pass the controller back and forth because it was one player.
these guys will decide to get far away from the situation. Now, the Japanese government or military something, their goal is to make sure to switch over to
Not your boy, Jacob. Probably because he's half retarded. I don't know. He's a random person. I just checking random people's profiles. They said he live streamed wrestling, so I sent him a friend request and invited him. Then I started talking shit to see if he would say anything. Well, if you like watching movies and stuff, don't throw away your PS4 because your PS4 has the web browser so you can watch free movies. Most people I know, they got rid of their PS4 the day before they got the PS5. And the PS4 does a lot of things that the PS5 doesn't. The PS5 doesn't do much besides play games and party chat. Just the simple fact that there's a web browser on the 4 means that the 4 is kind of better than the 5. The only thing that's good about the 5 is that it's easy to take apart. It got better graphics for the 5 games, and the 4 games take less time to load. Other than that, there's not much difference. The 4 games look better and take less time to load, and you could take your PS5 apart easily, and you don't need a headset unless you want to. I'm using the walkie-talkie. Yeah, I've got a PS3, but I haven't used it in a long time. I got a lot of games digital on the PS3, a lot of PS1 games on the PS3. I got Mega Man Legends 1 and Mega Man Legends Part 2 on the PS3. You're gonna have to join a gang. You're gonna have to join the soccer hooligans. The soccer gang. And that way you can find a rundown building or whatever and just live there for free. With the hooligans. Bunch of hooligans. Well, if you get PlayStation Premium or PS Extra, you could play fucking Spider-Man if you wanted. The Black Spider-Man. Or Spider-Man's black and a little kid now. Now, my Spider-Man is not black and a little kid. I don't know why they created him. Like any comic book story that got Miles Morales in it, I don't even read it. I just ignore them stories. Or give them a thumbs down.
still looking that's the same as this weapon. And so looking at the honor sword over to the samurai saying like I'm not there right now. They was help out for a situation. Like so
Fuck, I don't know how to get up there. This shit's too confusing.
Now we had to switch back over to Akator. Now Akator, he's still kind of
Alright, I'll talk to you tomorrow afternoon or something. It'll probably be late for you though.
at all. Now,
Alright, I'll be in touch. I'll talk to you then. Alright, until next time.
But especially that small girl that he cares so much for. Now, you have a new vendor called up Akatora to inform them all like so the Iron Moth is now dead. Now you can switch back over to me. Now when I think also tells us that we so I think information about this thing of visibility to the self-formation to the as well as that now, without allowing she does the to go because, well, the senator might even though she didn't try to kill him, he did save the life into the Iron Monk. And so, because of that, she felt like, hey, listen, I do that because right now I'm staying. You know, I'm down and so as like yeah, so I don't want to get out with it. And so it says, why don't we just go as when you were in? They find this have the two come back. I one. Now I said, so now side just touch it to finish on once again.
Yeah.
different kinds of shooting against your interest to make sure that you know what's happening over in Genosha. But while you have Henry, Charles, and the Beast heading over to Genosha, you did have faith to go live on TV. And you had faith to say, listen, I am trying to step up where Magneto had left off in. I'm trying my best to follow in his footsteps. Now, for most people on Earth, they don't know that Magneto is currently off the table, that his mind was taken away by Charles Xavier. Only the X-Men and the Acolytes were close to Magneto actually know that. When it comes to Fabian, he was kicked out of the room. But either way, with him now being on live television, he is saying that he's the person in charge of the mutant race who are currently fighting against the human race and Genosha. And he says, listen, I feel like it's time for us to finally stand up. It's time for us to go ahead and wipe out the human race for everything we have done to this race in this country. Everything that must be punished in well, at this point, she's technically just taking his eye. And so, like, yeah, she'll die as well. And she knows she don't get to use not being able to die that's all one to go ahead and all running down. No, I know Tiger Beach. And so as we got into the second chapter, we felt to find out that his daughter has now been taken down the X-Men and realized that Cortez to look as the English friends like the longer of this. That makes her the granddaughter to back. And so not to fight that because now as the granddaughter of that film by his side. Without that, X-Men part of the X. Now that they're not going to attack them already, they're not taking them first. Now, for the X-Men, they also realize that when Lady Cortez is talking to us, they're like, that Magneto is on his mind gone, that energy. So, that's something like that. Because that has a way that looks to be and bring them down. Now, this is the boss. The interface strategy. That's the point that you decide. Now, the fact that you no longer have to find in a moment, we have that terrified for us. Now, for Exodus, one aspect that we try to get advantage is kind of wondering why the boss says it's because, you know, the boss side of the thing. The boss is saying, listen, I got to try to get I think that looks like everything that you all. But on top of that, I can't help that guy. Then I'm thinking bad things that guys are trying to bring that guy destruction down the process. Things that you can actually do that. But for Exodus, he kind of thinks like Magneto, that is kind of violent. Now, I want to jump back into this spot because I sure but we have the Exodus and now, by the end of this section, we're going to have going over to Genosha to both by the Boltgun. Now you have others in behind, you kind of have the conversation with the United Nations. Now, really, like I said, by the end of this section, you have first the other members like this local to save the life of now, I want to jump back to the pre-diamond Charles. Now, I'm going to know the right now, but for me personally, really not. So I'm not going to be time no, but either way, to have our good in the process of back to the nation, now out of nowhere, they are attacked by some unknown force. And unknown force is walking back to now, it doesn't seem like that this could actually happen. Tell me, Brad, have to be another but you're told by forcing how elements like there's all from Notion. Now maybe this or later a conflict like this, a civil war like this would happen. So they have been trying their best because bringing out a threat of popping up left and right across the entire nation. Now the leader of the actual character know that Renee Bass called now somebody who wants to work in their chapter down in Charles. Nine, God, site West attention to Charles. Now we jump back over to the accident. Now when they do go by episode, influenced by the unheard only the unheard. Now the unheard the only appears every now connected by the now we're kind of accident would have to help involved in the breaks of the notion. No, actually, not down. They said, unfortunately, actually said like that. We're not down that I how to decide battle against one another. Now, this is equal. Now, why have that first by maybe for tennis? What's that conversation like? Not that more now. Why on here to help out and help out don't y'all don't show you by also that person here also by child. So you have already heard about the side by the of this chapter, they have these pictures being confronted by a Delta period. And that would be the essence. That would be the chapter goes. Now, the Hawkeye, sometimes something like how now for Hawkeye, when it is right now, it's like all back and that's not intentionally realize that it's something of this to not bring what Hawkeye is saying. But either way, we tell the adventurers no, you guys will not get involved. kind of start a battle against Exodus. Like Exodus, he was just trying to leave the war machine. It's kind of like, you can't really chase the thing. So you have those two characters begin fighting against one another. Now, while you have War Machine fighting against Exodus, you have the rest of the Avengers is trying to deal with it. It's to fight against one another in the capital of Genosha. Now, really, when it comes to the story of which it doesn't point out the fact that either side is really cares for the Avengers right now. That's you can just go ahead and move on. You gotta be moved into the middle of the battle between the two sides. Now, you have Crystal able to use her powers to push everyone away. And Victor is looking at, they now have a clear path to go ahead and continue their search for her daughter. Now, I want to come over to Ace Charles Xavier and also the USB because we have Charles realize that he was being followed by the US agent. Now, we do have our three heroes putting into these part of the they do find hundreds of agencies who are being contained into one single group. Now, for our heroes, we do have to go ahead to escape by magistrates now the magistrates by like right now by a lot of now getting back over to the accident of body of unable have that battle time like but it's like essentially by the have our people's battle now all now what's the fight on the after find out now the change now if you guys have to watch their patient back and I'm a little surprised that the should last this long. How they're like that's but in a battle, we have one issue, well, a issue. But right after you finish down, you did have access to confronted by somebody else constantly child. That was first terminated because you're going to fight against it right there and now. Now, after the chapter of how the Charles Xavier is also U.S. agent fighting against the magistrate to leak out. Find one more time that to the rest of the world, they have no idea that Charles is not now, the problem that right now, all you have is fighting against the magistrate. You have two other people there, the ransom and the people. Now, this is very important. I said now, the least but realize that Charles fighting against the magistrate. And they're kind of like, you have now. The rest of the world, they believe that Charles Xavier was a but now they're finding out the man is actually innocent. But I don't want to jump back over to the battle between Cersei and because you have both characters at the moment using a lot of psionic energy. Now, when it comes to their powers, that's only the start of their powers with psionic energy. They have so many other kinds of powers that right now, just due to character using that kind of energy against one another, it's causing a lot of damage across the entire nation of Genosha. And matter of fact, you have the other Avengers realize that you'll find a way to stop both Cersei and also Exodus. Most likely at the time of the Genosha, it's momentarily close exactly wrong. And the rest of the Avengers trying their best to figure out non-stop on Exodus and Cersei body against one another. Now, I want to jump back to the Avengers and United Nations. Now, what I said earlier, most of the all that rest of the Avengers, and she says, no, we're not going to do that. And matter of fact, she calls out the entire congregation over. She said, every single member of this group right here is just here to do anything at all to come up under creations. And so it's time for the Avengers to finally get out of politics and get back out there as true heroes once again. And so just like that, it's going to say, like, no, I'm not going to fall back in your interest. I'm going to allow you to continue on to fight for the future of Genosha. Now, I want to jump back over to the X-Men because we do have the X-Men arrive at the center. We did have a bunch of things hiding out here. Now, the reason why I'm saying we did because once you have the X-Men being able to fight their way through what's going on there, you can see back to another comic book video. Okay, so we're going to continue our coverage over the X-Men. Now, as you all know, we are currently covering fatal attractions on my channel. Now, like I said in my other videos, when it came to the fatal attractions, we had a big story. We had up to chapters of the base. So as we're trying our best to cover this, we're going to also want to cover all the channels. Now, this is because it does introduce a secondary once we sound like it there's one line down the road when it comes to one the accident and as we to Shell would be the character that I'm talking about that is going to reappear in later books down the road. I'm going to tell you right now, no. This was her only appearance ever in Marvel Comics. But the character just turned down right now, Adam X, better known as Extreme, he's the one we're going to see a few more times down the road in later stories when it comes to the X-Men and all its different teams. Now, when it comes to Extreme, we see him trying to chase down the show. And the reason why, because he is looking for somebody else. And apparently, she used to as well, but she had stated her chase her down and to bring her back to the facility. Now, before we are able to learn properly about the powers of Michelle and also about Adam X, aka Extreme, we do have Extreme get attacked from behind. And we come to find out that he was actually attacked by, well, no other than X-Men. Now, when it comes to our battle against Adam, we do learn very quickly what his powers actually is. Now, here's the thing. At first, you would think that his music ability guy is pretty close to Adam.
Whilst I stand. Whilst I stand, I fight. Whilst I fight, I prevail.
Right now, the next screen active here is
I know only war.
Here's the thing.
I heard again.
That's the country where once the country and so because he saw so fast, he got the of the experts to keep on this issue. Now, the entire team matter from a stop. Top of the top. Let experts go ahead and take the show. I don't actually that you have to advance before you. If you have to buy that sitting in, you have to be very that it's gold right now. It's a that it's in fact all to the base. And so he has no idea that exports knows that he is trying to rob them. And so even though we're going to go back to their base, they're setting up this trap for them. Once he can get back home. Now, we do learn from people that there is nothing to handle something else for exports. But now we have to jump over to Denver, Colorado, where we pick up the Amazon and also Siren. Now, we see our two characters right now undercover at some scientific research facility, better known as Foundations. Now, like I said, they're undercover. They're pretending to be interns at this facility. Now, with that being said, after you walk around the entire lab, they realize that there is a rule that they're not allowed to go through. Now, their mentor tells them, like, hey, listen, you need some kind of special clearance to go into that lab right there. And that tells our heroes that so if you're caught in the night, you know, Annabelle or something, that actually see work. Now, if they bring all of these different pieces right now, now it seems like some kind of experiment. They also came here for another TV years, and that it's like girls right now, as well as that alongside all of now, what is what that to happen? Because earlier, so actively, so smart, I can do it all the just like that, he now got to be so different from X. Now, games about the trip. Now, from the earth. Now, back. Oh, like I said, it's one of the things going down to the pattern. Now, when it comes to Adam, he also tells us that he's trying to make sure that he's not become a man that he's supposed to be. And apparently, he is the guy in the called fantasy to become a tiger. And now we have two other members of excellence, not like his advocates, now he keep these sons by eternally. Now, when it comes to the show, she has become able to kind of send energy to someone's own nerves and also nervous as well. Now, here's the thing. She has to want eyes with that person that she will attack. It did cause a lot of elsewhere and so she ran away. By the way, she ran to a company called now tries to invite different TV to out there that had no executive running. So they listen. Or a runaway, we have a place for you. So now here's the thing. We got that place to do. As you by a character known as Lawrence Strong. And folks, and it's down the game so that it's down the road, down the that show also tell us that it's part of Project Life. Now we sat down and talked much about Project Life. Just know that if what we plan as we kind of prepare for the possibility of future attack down the road, especially great Right. Don't by one strong and to bring down in action. Now we have to jump back into Cannonball and also Cyber. Now these two characters, they are currently talking about what they have saw earlier in that sequence arc. So while we are talking, we are overheard by Mars and Strong, the person in charge of the entire thing. Now, this is the moment where we need to learn that he is also a mutant. And it's kind of like, wait a second, why is a mutant fighting for long for the mutant race? And allow me to explain at the very end of this video. Either way, we do have Cannonball and also Siren trying their best to bring him down. But unfortunately, they lose the battle in a matter of seconds. And kind of like to make that one who's very durable and very strong, but also just maybe a little more about him. We don't know just yet. Now, after the big battle, we do pick up which Strong kind of holding down all three characters, Barrel, Siren, and also Cannonball hostages. Now, Cannonball and Siren are still knocked out. With the Barrel, she's wide awake. Now, both it's all going